Napa know-how.
The Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolored paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 500,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio in high fidelity.
Goldilocks Productions presents the ButterFly Medium Show with Ivana. Ivana, the ButterFly medium, is a world-renowned psychic medium. She is a third or fourth generation psychic medium since her family immigrated from Italy. Ivana has a magical gift that will turn a skeptic into a believer. The ButterFly medium has been giving healing messages from loved ones on the other side for over 2 decades. Ivana started feeling ghosts and spirit around her since her mom's passing, only 3 days after Ivana's 5th birthday. Her mom has communicated with her through the Monarch ButterFlies since the young age of 7 years. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard if you would like to speak with Ivana. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Again, that's 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to get on air with Ivana to ask her or her special guest a question. Enjoy this magical and healing show.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to my show. This is Ivana, world-renowned psychic medium, the ButterFly medium. I'm so excited to be here with you each and every week on Thursdays. Thank you to everyone who calls in each and every week and asks questions. There's some of you that like to connect to family members on the other side, and that's always one of my favorite things to do because there's no other way that you are able, well, there's a lot of ways that you can connect to your loved ones on the other side, but the way that a medium connects to your loved ones on the other side is just absolutely amazing. And it's not just me. There are many mediums, many intuitives out there that can do this type of work. We all have the psychic ability, but maybe not everyone is able to connect to a higher realm. So as a psychic medium, I am able to give you messages from the past, the present, the future. I can connect to your loved ones on the other side. And that is what I love to do, is connect to your loved ones on the other side, because it is absolutely, I watch this each and every day. I watch each and every day how much healing takes place. I can't believe it. There is so much healing that takes place each and every single reading that I give. Why? Because your loved ones are connecting to me and they are telling me things that you are in need of knowing, or they're sharing messages of validation to let you know that it's them, things that there is no way in this world that I could possibly know or have the details about. So for those of you that are in some serious need, I guess, of wanting to connect to a loved one who's in spirit, who's in heaven, someone who's passed away, please connect to a medium. I'm not saying just me, but yes, of course, call me. I want you to call me because honestly, the messages you will receive through me are absolutely amazing. But as I was saying, it's every medium. Most mediums, of course, are able to give you such amazing information that there is no way that we could know this information. And the only way that we know this information is through the signs of spirit. And some of you may ask, how do those signs come to us? Well, we see signs and symbols. Actually, I'll speak for myself. I see signs and symbols. I see signs and symbols all the time. And to them, it's like a little game of charades where they will show me a sign and a symbol that means something to the other person. Sometimes things may not make sense right away, but at the end of the reading, it is the most beautiful thing that you will watch. And it is how everything just comes together. It's like a bunch of pieces of a puzzle. And at the end, all of these pieces of the puzzle come together like a beautiful story. And it's what your loved ones are sharing with me. So I encourage you, if you have not had a reading with the butterfly medium, which is myself, please, I encourage you, even 20 minutes, have a reading. 20 minutes. I offer them in 20-minute sessions, 30 minutes, and 60 minutes. And I offer them in my home. I do offer them in person. We are located in Canada, in London, Ontario. I also offer the readings through Skype, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger video. There's a video that you can do on there as well. Also through WhatsApp for any Canadians. I don't know. I think in the U.S. there is WhatsApp as well. I have a sister in Italy who has WhatsApp, so it must be a worldwide thing. But WhatsApp video, we can do WhatsApp video as well. You can also do by phone, through email, whichever way, any way to connect you to your loved ones. And it is amazing. Sometimes people will ask me, well, what's the difference in person or by phone, or in person or, versus Skype or FaceTime? It is the same thing. I always tell people, don't tell me anything about yourself. I don't want to know anything about you. Just tell me your first name. And I always ask you to say your first name, spell it, so this way spirit can hear. I may not do it on the show all the time, but when you sit with me for a private one-on-one reading, I always ask the person to please say and spell their first name. So spirit knows, but spirit already knows, because when you walk through my door, if you're having a one-on-one in person, spirit already knows and they follow you in. When you call me, spirit knows. They're waiting in line with you. And that is what is so amazing. It's so beautiful. And it is so healing. There has been so much healing that took place in the last several weeks of the summer this year, and it's just been incredible. For those of you that do not tune in to my Facebook live shows on Monday nights, I highly encourage you and recommend that you do watch it. I think you have to add me as a friend on Facebook. I'm not sure. Well, that's in order for you to get the notifications. I believe we would have to be friends on Facebook. So just add me to Ivana Figueredo on Facebook. I will accept the friend request, or one of my workers my assistants will accept the friend request. And then from there, on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you will receive a notification pop up that Ivana, the Butterfly Medium show is on, or I'm on Facebook Live, so you will receive that notification. They are free, just like the shows. They are free. And what happens there is I intuitively go with whatever spirit is asking me to do. So I'll read some messages, whatever messages I could go through. That's on Facebook Live. Everybody's typing messages. And I will stop at someone's name or someone's message because spirit has asked me to. And then I will call that person. And on Facebook Live, I will give them a reading, and they are so amazing. In the last few weeks, we had Justin Smith, who was in a coma after falling off of a 20-foot ladder, I believe it was, and his mom had passed away 3 weeks prior. And through my Facebook Live shows, one of the family members had been watching my show, and so she messaged and kept messaging, please, pick me. My family member is in a coma, and his mom just passed away 3 weeks ago. We need to hear some messages. And so we took that, and we took that call. We made that call, and it was hours away. It's here somewhere in Ontario. I can't remember where, but it's a few hours away from London. and Picton, I think it is. And so in any case, I gave the family a Facebook Live reading, and the mom came through in this reading and said, do not take him off of life support. The doctors will start asking you to start making a decision to take him off of life support. But she says, no, do not make that decision. I am going to heal Justin. I'm going to heal my son. I was the one that saved him. I had to die before I could save him. So she had to, these were the messages. I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about it. These were the messages that were coming through in this reading. And you will not believe it. A week later, we get an update and we do another, Facebook Live show. And through the Facebook Live show, we got an update from the same family member. And they said that he had come out of the coma a week later. This was a miracle. He had so much severe brain injuries. The brain, I think his brain was swelling. I'm not sure of all the details, but it was a miracle. The family, the sister-in-laws, the ex-wife, the niece, the daughter, I believe it was, they said this was a miracle. Unbelievable, because they had to make that decision to take him off of life support. And after the reading, they had decided not to take him off of life support. So can you imagine, hadn't I seen that message? But it was already there, because the mother, I believe her name is Donna, her being in spirit, she somehow got the message to us. And so this was her way of saving her son. And now the latest update with Justin was he is home and recovering. We can't even believe it. You have no idea. The family's just been in awe. And everybody prayed, and everyone sent white light healing and healing messages, and so many messages around the world through our Facebook Live show. And he came out of this coma. He is home. He is recovering well. He was even watching my show on Tuesday night. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. So guys, this is what happens. This is what takes place. There was another lady last week's show that we had done, a lady that I'd once given a reading to. She had messaged us and said, please, we need healing. My mom is in her final moments. And so we called her during the Facebook Live show, and her and Shannon and her sister Rhonda were sitting next to her mom in the hospital waiting for her to take her last breath. And so the messages, and she was out, she was pretty well out of it because of the medication. So she wouldn't feel the cancer, eating away at her, and just the pain that she was, had been suffering. So she was out. She was somewhat, I guess, in a coma or what have you. But we were praying, and we were asking for healing, and all of a sudden her son Bill comes through, and I didn't know this, but Bill is in spirit. So this was Shannon and Rhonda's brother, and he showed himself as Bill. And the next day, and he was stroking his mom's hair, saying, I'm here with my mom. It's 1:11 right now when I look at my clock. And so I know this is also validation from her again, but it was so beautiful. He was showing me that he was stroking his mom's hair as his mom was taking her final breaths. He was already in spirit. He already passed away. And so the next day in the hospital, Shannon said her mom woke up for just a moment, and this had been the first time she had woken up, and she said, I heard you guys last night. Thank you. And she says, and Michael William, which is Bill, the brother, she says, he was here, he was dancing. And I couldn't believe it. And then she closed her eyes, and she never opened her eyes again. And peacefully, she passed away last week, early in the week. So we want to send healing messages to all those, to the family of Margaret's family, so her daughters Shannon and Rhonda, and their entire family. We want to send healing thoughts to the family, and we're always thinking of you, Shannon, Rhonda, and of course Margaret, who is now in spirit, and who's actually already shown me that she has arrived and she is at peace. She's in a beautiful, beautiful place. And so thank you to those of you who were watching the shows. It is so important that we talk about this. It is so important that we acknowledge this and thank the universe and thank our spirit guides and the angels, so they can continue on giving us miracles each and every day. There's miracles that happen every day. I just had a thought too today, which was amazing. Excuse me. I'm always losing my voice due to, I take puffers for my asthma, and it's a very strong puffer. And a lot of the times I lose my voice because of this. And so I'm writing my very first book. I know we haven't talked about this in a while, but I'm writing my very first memoir, and I can't wait until it's published. We're in the final stages, but it feels like it's taking a lot longer than expected. But things happen. We're busy. My editor is really busy as well. She's working on many other books at the same time, so it might take a little bit of time, of course. In any case, I was just thinking today, I think my next book, I'm already ready for my next book, and I want to call it My Miracles, the miracles of the butterfly, or the miracles of the butterfly medium. All these stories, there are so many stories, so many miraculous stories that take place during a reading that I give, and it's just amazing. And so I think my next book is going to be about miracles, and I think that is going to be absolutely amazing. So thank you. I know I talk a lot, but it is very important for me to share how I feel, to share some stories, some of the stories that take place throughout the week and during my shows, because it is so important. Thank you. I'd like to thank Tiffany Whitesage, who is our beautiful producer. She's out in Connecticut with the she's with the Goldilocks production. She is our wonderful producer who gets us set up each and every week for a Blog Talk radio show. And of course, you are listening to the Butterfly Medium. I'm always your host, Ivana Figueredo, and this is my show, the Butterfly Medium Show. I am a psychic medium, and I'm here each and every week to give people healing messages from around the world. And I want to heal as many people as I can around the world. It is absolutely amazing. A few things I'd also like to say quickly about the Hurricane Irma. There have been so many devastations in Texas and possibly Florida. They might get hit as well. And last night the Caribbean St. Kitts, and I think it sounded like Bermuda, but it's not Bermuda. I forgot the name of it. But around all the islands there and throughout the Caribbean, we're thinking of everybody in these places of where Hurricane Irma is. We're sending everyone white light energy, white light healing to the families, to those that have lost family members, to those that are injured, to those that are suffering and are in danger right now. So we're always thinking of you. We're always sending you so much white light, so much energy throughout the world as well, because there are so many people suffering right now across the nation, across the world. And so we're always sending these healing thoughts to everyone. As I use my selenite wand, my beautiful, very strong, very powerful wand, I am sending white light healing around the world as I make the shape and the form of an infinity symbol. And we all just want peace in the world, unity in the world. There is no reason for anyone to fight. There is no reason for war. There is no reason for hatred. There is no reason for any of this. So we're just asking for white light healing. And especially under all these devastations that have been hitting around the world. My eyes are closed as I meditate through my symbol, the infinity symbol, and send healing thoughts, healing messages, and white light, just pure white light. And I'm doing an infinity symbol with the shape of an infinity symbol. I'm tracing the shape of an infinity symbol with my selenite wand to have infinite peace in the world, to have peace around the world, to have peace around the world. And we now know that peace is what we are in need of. Peace is what we are in need of. Thank you so much. And I hope you were all thinking white light and thinking positive thoughts to send healing to all these places, especially where Irma has been, where Irma has hit, and where Irma is on its way to possibly hit. So thank you for that. Also going to a little more exciting news, which I'm so very excited about. My shows in Ontario, October and November. We have shows in Stratford and London. For anybody who's in Southwestern Ontario, please purchase your tickets. I want to see everybody there. I want to see as many people as I can at my shows. Let's see these shows get sold out so we can bring healing. The messages that are received during these shows are absolutely amazing. If you've never, ever had a message from me before, I encourage you, please come to one of my shows. They're healing, they're amazing, they're touching, they're just so wonderful. So I encourage everyone, you can purchase those tickets online through my website, thebutterflymedium.com. And please don't forget to like my page, The Butterfly Medium, on Facebook. And also don't forget to share that page and add me on Facebook, Ivana Figueredo, so you too can have an opportunity or try to get through the lines when it's time, when I'm doing shows, so you can hopefully get a message from me. So thank you so very much. One last announcement. We now are able to take online bookings for parties and for one-on-one sessions, private sessions with myself. So if you go to my website, thebutterflymedium.com, you can find it under services and you can book online. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Once again, this is Ivana, the Butterfly Medium, and I'm here to give you healing messages and hopefully to send more healing messages around the world. Our conversations that we have here, this is like a family. Everyone that I speak to, it's just amazing, amazing conversations and amazing input and recommendations. So let's begin with our very first caller. I believe we have caller 805. We have quite a few callers waiting. Thank you so very much for everyone, for your patience. It is just so very important for me to make these announcements, talk about different things that affect us in any way and different things that are healing to us as well. So welcome, area code 805. What is your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Ivana. This is Donna from California. I just wanted to tell you that in May I had a little mini reading from you, and you gave me an answer to something that was really bothering me, and you assured me that everything was going to be okay and everything, and it was. And you're the only one that came through with that gave me that peace and solace, and I thank you for that.
Wow, thank you. You're making me choke up. These are the types of stories that I like to hear, the testimonies that I like to hear. And we do get so many messages day after day about people saying, you said this and this and this, and it all came true and it all happened and I can't believe it and we figured it out. We know what you meant now, and it's just so amazing that so many people are having so much healing. So thank you for sharing that, Donna. That unfortunately I don't remember, but I'm so happy.
It was a while ago. It was about ago.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else? Would you like to ask anything now? I hope that everything is still going amazing. So thank you for sharing that.
Everything is good. No, my finances are bad, and I'm not in a relationship, and these are two things that I really, really would like in my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and these are the things that have not happened for you just yet. Sometimes, so you currently are living alone. Are you living with pets? Do you have two pets that you live with, Donna?
No, I live all alone.
Okay, so I don't know why, but I'm seeing two pets around you, mainly two dogs. I don't know if there perhaps Spirit is asking you to get yourself two pets or adopt a pet or have a dog as a companion for now, not because we're trying to replace that with a man in your life or a relationship, a romantic relationship, but for healing purposes is what they show, for healing purposes, and just to kind of make your heart smile a little more is what they're saying. They're saying that you're very grateful as it is already. But just even make your heart smile a little more. Get yourself a little puppy. But I'm feeling that you are, if you were to be a dog person, if you love animals and if you chose a dog, they're showing me that you would be more like a large dog person, like a golden retriever, a very affectionate dog, of course, someone who is a dog who's very intuitive themselves, because they're also showing me that you yourself are also intuitive, but there's something, maybe something is blocking you. Maybe something is blocking you, and perhaps right now it's blocking you because of the fear that you might be in. So fear of finances, fear of relationship, fear of this, fear of that. So perhaps they're asking you, let go of that fear. Throw some, I'm being asked, and I've never done this because I just wouldn't like to, the mess of this halt, but they're asking me to let you know that what they would like for you to do is go into your bedroom with some Epsom salt, so some lavender Epsom salt, just even a little bit. You don't need to go crazy and throw half a bag of salt or anything, but just even a few grains of Epsom salt, any kind of clear crystal salt, and throw them behind you in your bedroom. I've never seen this before, but they're asking me to ask you to do this. Something scented, something like lavender, whatever other scents they may have with the Epsom salts. I'm not sure if there are any other scents, but I know I have lavender myself, and it's a really, really nice scent. But they're asking you a little, of course, if you're allergic to it, you're not going to use that, but they're asking you just even a few little, just a little bit of it, throw it behind your shoulders with both hands, put some in your right, some in your left, and throw first behind your right and then throw behind your left shoulder. This is what they're asking you to do. So throw it on your floor and on your bed, just a little bit, enough to get in your room. Also burn some white candles. Finances are finances. They say everyone struggles with finances. If you're not working where you're meant to be working, there are going to be changes where you're supposed to be, but I already feel that you're somewhat in a journey where you're supposed to be, like you are where you're meant to be right now, work-wise. If it's unemployed, maybe they're saying this because there needs to be healing in order to get the employment looking for. If you're unemployed, if you are employed, then I'm just feeling you. They're showing me you are where you're meant to be right now. So if it is unemployed, then they're asking you for healing. So a little bit of healing. Ask the universe for whatever job it is that you're looking for, or finances. What would you like to do? How would you like to increase your finances? Is there a hobby that you like to do? Do you like making, candles? Do you like, do you have anything? Are you artistic? Can you create stuff? Or are you looking for a new job? Are you a CPA? Do you know what I mean? So these are just some of the things that they're showing. It's not that those are the things that you want to be doing, but anything other than what you're not happy with right now. Change those thoughts is what they're asking.
Yeah, I can do that. I get some money that comes in. I wanted to ask you real quick. I can hear people on the other side once in a while, and I heard my mom say you're going to be rewarded. So I think something's coming in for me. Yeah, it was amazing.
Awesome. So, and see, you are intuitive. You just validated that for me because your mom showed you something which you saw, which is amazing. But before we go to that, I don't want to take too many questions because I did do a lot of talking. That's really something. If you wanted to, you can always message me. You could book yourself a little mini reading, even if you have one or two questions, and you can get those questions answered. But before I let you go, I do want to let you know that they're showing me, I don't know if it's a black building or what it is, but it's almost this, I see it's the shape of, it's like an L shape. It's a large building with an L shape to it. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if this is a place where you will be working, but this is what I'm seeing, unless this is where you were last working. It's a big L shape, almost like glass or silver. It's dark. It's dark. It's shaded dark.
Oh, okay. All right.
If it makes any sense. I don't know if it's glass or if it's a metal building, or I don't really know, but I just see kind of like, a tinted window, what a tinted window looks like in a car. That's what it looks like in my in my third eye. In my mind's eye, that's what the vision looks like. But it's a tall building, so think of an upside down L. So the top of the building is the bottom part of the L, and then the long part, the tall part of the building is the long part of the L. This is what they show it. This is the way they show it to me. So if that makes any sense to you, keep that in mind. Or it could be maybe a place where you go for a job interview, or the next place where you will be working. And I am seeing the clock is 1:27 was what I was seeing. So it could be January 27, or something to do with January, or something to do with the number 27 or 2 or 7, if that makes any sense to you.
Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes open for that.
Did you stop working January of 2017? I'm wondering if that's what this is.
No.
Okay. Was there anything about employment for January 27 or January 2017?
I think I was doing a little bit of part-time at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would definitely write down 127 and 128. Could be January 27, January 28. It could be January 2018. I feel that it has to do with months and year, or months and day. So write those digits down in case something does appear or come up during that time, whether it's your windfall or whether it's new career, whether it's something that you are in need of. Yeah.
Oh, I'll definitely do that.
All righty.
Thank you so much, Ivana. You're just wonderful, and I love everything. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Jonna. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was awesome. And, one of the things I forgot to mention, which I really want to share with you all, is I'm just like, I was starstruck. I was beside myself. I was in awe. I was so grateful, thankful, blessed for this to have happened on Monday or Tuesday night. So whenever we have a long weekend here in Canada, I don't do my shows on Mondays. I do them on Tuesdays. So this week I had my show on Tuesday because we just had our Labor Day long weekend. And so when I was doing the readings, we had a lady who called in from Los Angeles, California. And she wanted to connect with a very good friend of hers who had recently passed away. And I had said that, this friend shows me heart, chest, or lung area. And afterwards, after the reading was done, I thought to myself, I'd realized that when he had showed me the heart, it was because his heart was so broken. His heart was so sad. For those of you that may or may not know the rock band Linkin Park, so you may or may not remember Chester Bennington, who is the lead singer of Linkin Park, was the person that I was connecting to for the lady that had called in from Los Angeles, California. It was just absolutely crazy. And they had been very, very good friends. And she had done a memorial for him, 2 memorials actually, and he showed all of this information. He showed these tattoos that she had just had done. And of course, I don't know her. She just called, she was chosen during the Facebook Live show. And this lady, Donna, that just called from California, just reminded me that I wanted to talk to you guys about that and share that amazing story. So I was connecting to Chaz, which is Chester Bennington, the lead singer of once Stone Temple Pilots and also just recently Linkin Park. And he passed away, I believe it was in July. I believe it was that he had taken his own life. And so I couldn't even believe that I had taken this call. I couldn't believe that I had connected with Chaz Bennington. So guys, it was just very powerful, and I really wanted to share that with you. So thanks for listening once again, but it's just so amazing. I couldn't even believe it. Thank you so much. Okay, Donna, thank you for that call. And Donna, by the way, if you would like to book your own private reading, please message me. You can message me on Facebook, or you can just book online. Just go to my website, butterflymedium.com, and you could book a 20, 30, or 60-minute reading. And I do have specials on until tomorrow, guys, for my 30-minute readings, so please message us privately for details. All right, our next caller is caller 831. Hello, caller 831. What is your name, where you're calling from, please? And please know I am only taking one question per person, please, as we do have a lot of people waiting. Thank you so much. Caller 831, hello and welcome.
Hi, my name is Lisa Ray, and I am calling from California.
Oh, another California. Wonderful. Thank you. Desiree, would you please spell your name?
Lisarae.
Oh, Lizarae. Sorry, I thought you said Desiree. I'm glad that I asked. Thank you very much.
That's okay.
And thank you. Now, have you been listening from the beginning of the show today?
I have, and I don't know if this occurs with you, but you mentioned a couple of dates with Donna, which really implied with me the January, not working in January. And really want to connect with my family members. They're Italian and very chatty. So this is.
I'm getting a father figure. I'm getting a father figure for you. So I'm not sure if this is the first person that you were hoping to connect with, father, grandfather. Now keep in mind is this your first time tuning into my show, Lizarae?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so one of the things I often explain, which I didn't do today, is when I'm connecting to, let's say, a father figure, the energy that I feel of a father figure could also be your grandfather, a father-in-law, stepdad, someone who could have acted like a dad to you. Same with the mother side as well. So one of the very first feelings that I'm receiving, that I'm seeing, is a father figure, if this makes any sense. Is your father in spirit, or is this your grandfather?
It could be either one, and a stepfather.
Okay. And you said, and a stepfather?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Not perfect, but I'm just writing them down.
I understand.
So you have your father, your grandfather, your stepfather. I do feel, though, I'm just seeing the word father. So I'm going to say it's your father. So we're going to say, and I am hearing, I know you said Italian, they're Italian, and this is really ironic, but whatever, take it with a grain of salt. I am hearing the name Tony. The person's name could also just start with the letter T. So think of the person, the father that you would have been closest to. Is that your biological father? Was it your grandfather? Was it your stepfather? Who was this?
I am not aware of a Tony.
Okay. But now the names, and sorry, I forgot. You have not listened to a show before. So when I'm getting a name, those of you that are listening may remember each and every week, whenever I hear names of names that Spirit is giving me, it could be that it sounds like this name because I hear them in a muffled tone, or it could be that they're giving me the letter T because their name starts with the letter T. So maybe they're being funny because Tony is an Italian, very Italian name. But it could also be middle name or last name. Now Tony is also Anthony, right? So it could be a T, or it could be an A, it could be their middle name, their last name, their first name, but the initials of possibly what is in their name. So this is perhaps what they are trying to show me. So what is your father? Who was it that you were closest to? Your biological dad?
His name was Richard, and my biological father was George.
George, okay. So there is no Tony or Anthony. There is no T or A. So I don't know who this reference is for. Maybe it's just the vision that I saw. Maybe he didn't even know how to say George. I'm not sure. But usually with names, they're always bang on with the names, with the initials, with their names. Could be a middle name, could be what sounds like. But perhaps they're just showing us a different name. It could be someone else that may be in spirit with them. I'm not sure. However, going back to Father, this is who I am connecting with right now. So your question for your father is?
In regards to his grandson and my ex-husband, his biological father. We've been calm for almost 5 years, maybe 6, and now that I've remarried and life is going so wonderfully, except for I'm looking for employment. I'm just wanting to know why the conflict now. Why is there this uproar in our happiness here versus with the ex-husband coming in and disrupting everything?
Okay.
I mean, he's
So
narcissistic.
all right. So I'm sorry. What was that last part?
Oh, other than that, he's just narcissistic.
Oh yes, he's a narcissist. I'm not going to make a comment on that. I could always make a few comments about that, but I won't. Seeking and finding. So the 2 cards that I'm getting are religion and spirituality, seeking and finding, and moving, and emotions. So someone is having a very difficult time with their emotions. They're not able to move on from this. This could be your ex-husband for whatever reason. He's angry or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but they're asking you to take the next step now. Live your life the way you want to live your life. Ignore and just let go of whatever the past is. This is what they're showing. And also just moving forward with whatever it is that you want to do in life. Seeking and finding is also your job related card. Okay, so retirement, you're in retirement right now, which means you're not working, as you mentioned, because you're not working right now, but we're going to get you back into the working field. This is kind of a random or kind of an odd kind of a thing, but they're showing me, do you work with your hands and this is really weird, but do you work with something to do with your hands and your feet or something? Does this make any weird sense to you?
While I'm a nurse and while saving a man's life, I ran up to him and I jammed my finger while doing CPR and I tore my plantar fasciitis on my foot.
On your foot. So your father is showing me the type of work that you do, why you're in retirement, or not why you're in retirement, but what you're in retirement from. So he was there during the time that you tried to save this man or saved this man.
I saw him.
So,
yes.
I'm sorry?
I saw him. I saw my father there.
Are you serious?
I called when I do nursing work, I always ask for guidance, and I'm very intuitional. And when I looked up, I actually had to push people away from this injured individual, and because people wanted to crowd. And when I looked up, I thought it was one of my teammates because we do paddling, outrigger paddling. And when he looked over his shoulder, I just got right now I'm shaking. I got a chill. It was my father helping me.
Oh my goodness. He just showed me something, and now I just had a mental, I'm going to say a brain fart. That's what I have right now, but I'm back to what he was showing me. He was showing me something to do with compressions, and I know you said you were, doing CPR, but I feel like your dad was saying to you or showing you either do the compressions or harder compressions. I don't know if this is, if your dad was helping you with this, not with this steps, being a nurse, of course you're going to know this, but I feel like your father's showing me that he's saying to you, harder compressions, or he's validating that this is what you had to do. Did you save this man?
I had to kick, when I first arrived on scene, I had to literally kick off a good Samaritan because they were pushing in the wrong spot. And I had to do CPR for 35 minutes, and I was losing strength.
Wow.
And I asked for his help. I asked for my father and my grandfather were firefighters, and I'm a third-generation firefighter who became a nurse, and I asked for their help.
Wow, that's amazing. So you see how your father was just showing. Oh my God, I just want to cry right now. Really, like, we're talking about the healing. We're talking about how much healing people give around the world and how much we can all heal and what have you. And here is your father validating that you work with your hands and feet. And here you just explained two of those things. Your hands were getting tired. Your hands were getting tired, and you tore something in your foot because you were trying to save a life. And now he's showing me those compressions of, I guess, the Good Samaritan who was trying to save this life, but unfortunately was not, giving proper compressions or what have you. I just saw, and I thought it was my dog who just walked past me, but my dogs are in the crate right now, and I just saw something walk right past. And it was something small, so I don't know if it was just an orb down below, closer to the floor. But it is the weirdest thing. I just saw a flash of something like an orb just go by in front of me right now. Know that your father.
When my father died, I saw that. Yeah,
Wow.
That was my dad, definitely. He died exactly 30 days before his grandson was born, and he was 4 weeks early, and I looked up and I was bleeding out, and my dad at the foot of the bed said, "I got this," and hovered over his grandson.
Wow. This is amazing. I can't even believe this. I can't believe it. You'll have to.
Well, so my ordeal with my ex-husband.
Going back to your
alimony, child support, all this stuff.
That is going into a whole reading on its own. But just the things the things that your father was showing is just let it go. Let it be. I feel now, not to be negative or anything, but I don't feel you're going to get much out of him. This is what I'm getting.
Oh, no, I don't want it out of him. He's trying to get it out of me. He wants custody of my 15-year-old
that's funny.
He's left behind. And because I'm wanting to go back to work in nursing, and I want to work in a forensic atmosphere, he got wind of that and is now, I'm going to get more money out of you. I'm like, oh, hell no.
So it's funny how I say, yes, that he's trying to, you won't get much out of him, but yet it's the reverse where he's trying to get something out of you. Do you know what? I don't know your jurisdiction, and how things work in the U.S. I know here in Canada, it's honestly, things are upside down. I think it's just everywhere. And I don't want to say anything, on Blog Talk Radio about the jurisdictions and what have you, but it's, technically, I guess if in the U.S. it's the same thing as Canadian, if you're technically making more money than your husband, then I don't know. I don't have an answer for you there. That's going to be something that, you'll have to deal with there. But one of the things your dad shows me is you're not going to get much out of him. So perhaps your dad is showing that he's not going to get much out of you. And hopefully that would be the case.
Good. Yeah, unfortunately.
I think it's all based on his animosity, Liz Ray. That's just what I'm feeling. Your dad's saying, get some rest. You're at the end of an era, and you are gracefully aging. You have some decisions. You have the support. You have the motivation. He says, get some rest, because yes, you are.
Thank you, Nana.
This beautiful, this not beautiful, but brutal era that you may be in with this. Do you know what I mean with your ex-husband?
If there's an end in sight, my husband and I could live a life without this hanging over our heads, I would greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. No problem. Anytime. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nano. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so very much, Liz Ray. You take care. Thanks for calling.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. All righty, let's take another caller. Let's try and keep it to one question minimum. And our next caller, 310. Hello, caller 310. What is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hi, this is Brittany calling from California.
Oh, another California. Wow. So this is a California kind of a day. So let me ask,
Yeah.
whereabouts in California are you calling from?
I live in the Valley. It's still considered Los Angeles County.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And your first name?
Brittany.
Brittany. Thank you very much, Brittany. I'm going to ask you to spell that for me, please.
Sure, Brittany.
Wonderful. Thank you. There's many ways of spelling Brittany, so I thought let's get the correct spelling for you. Donna, if you're still listening, I know I didn't ask you to spell your name, but I spelled it Donna intuitively. I hope that's the correct way of spelling it. And Brittany, thank you for calling in from California, Los Angeles. Did you hear the story about me giving a Facebook Live reading to one of Chaz Bennington's best friends?
Yes, I did. I heard everything. It's been such a great show thus far. And I
Wonderful.
was calling
Well, I was just saying thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I was calling because you are really spot on, like everything that you said thus far. But I have been also like manifesting, and so much magic is happening in my life, and it's so beautiful.
Yes.
All these new beginnings. And I believe that my father and my brother, who are in spirit together, are kind of like helping to orchestrate some of these things, as well as me co-creating. And I wanted to see what is coming up.
Okay, before you go on, before you continue, sometimes I don't like to interrupt people, but I don't. I just don't want you to go on and tell me your what you want to say. But father and brother, your father and brother are in spirit. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so what I just wrote down from that is I just drew the heart-shaped symbol. So what they're showing me is they are finding the way for you through, I guess, for a relationship or a romantic relationship, a love relationship, a relationship. So maybe they're showing that they love you because they are showing me a heart symbol, or it could be that I feel that they're saying to you that they're leading the way for you. They're handpicking a perfect person for you, which is great.
Oh, well, I just met him.
I was just gonna say, did you meet him already?
Yeah, I just met him like a couple weeks ago, and that's why I had to really call in, because he feels like a kindred spirit, like I've known him all my life. It's so amazing, and he's such a wonderful energy to be around, and I just wanted to see what comes up.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, let me do a couple of quick cards here for you and see. So 2 cards that just fell out of my deck, actually 3, before even shuffling them or anything. Dietary change, forgiveness, and keep the faith. So I'm going to tell you that for the dietary change, perhaps it's something that should take place right now. Maybe drink more water, change eating habits. I'm not sure. Keep the faith. They're saying keep the faith. If this is the person that we put in path for you for a reason, keep the faith that this might be the person for you. So this is what they're clearly saying. Spiritual growth. You're going to have a lot of spiritual growth. Were you looking after your father when he was ill?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, one moment. This is what I received, parental care and moving. So moving forward in this relationship, you're going to have a wonderful relationship, but you might have decisions to make. Those decisions are based on a very fast moving relationship with lots of sparks, and I'm very, very happy for you. So thank you so very much. I do believe that this relationship is something that your brother and father have put in place for you. It's taken them a little while, but they said first needed healing. So it was time for healing. It was time for forgiveness, and they've put this person in front of you now. So that's awesome. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, absolutely. And tell them I said thank you so much, and I love them and I miss them, and thank you for being around me.
You're welcome. They're sending you two hands together, so blessed hands, also being thankful. So they're very, very thankful. They're saying you're welcome, and this is the way I'm seeing them. So this is beautiful, and they do love you. They're always right by your side, giving you whatever it is that you are in need of. They also said tears cleanse the soul, and that they have no more earthly worries, and it is beautiful where they are. It is beautiful where they are. So know that in the place they are, it is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That was so wonderful. I love that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much, and good luck. And please keep us posted as often as you wish. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brittany. Bye-bye. All right, we're going to quickly take one very last call. Caller 703. Hello, caller 703. Are you still there? What is your name?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Yes, hello. My name is Stacy, and I'm calling from New Mexico.
From New Mexico. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stacy. And Stacy with an EY or no E?
CY. CY.
So STACY. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Stacy, and what is your question that I may answer for you quickly?
This is my first time ever calling in and ever listening to a show, and I'm asking if you see any gentlemen out there for. Well, my father passed, and I just recently lost a pet. So.
A pet?
Yes, my dog. One of my dogs.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I wonder if the dog. Remember, there was also at the very
a dog running through your home.
Yes, the dog running through the home. That's right. Right. That could have been. It could have been Lizaray's father. It could have been the orb of your dog as well. Because don't forget, orbs can come in different forms as well, right? Or they can all come together, because I am giving you all a reading today, right? So the ones that did receive a reading today, don't forget, your spirit guides are the ones that are here with me. So that orb could have been the dog. It could have been the father. It could have been someone's friend, right? So know that, yes, this is what I'm feeling. And earlier when we spoke with, I believe, Donna in California, I had said to her that they show me a big dog for you, almost like a golden retriever. Is that the dog that you have?
No, mine was a Great Dane Siberian Husky with bright blue eyes.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dog. But it was a larger dog. So
120 pounds. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And I know that your dog is in a beautiful, beautiful place. I know that he is happy and running free and wild, and he has no more suffering, no more pain. And he says, my mind is free. So I don't know if this is also, did you say your dad as well as the one that passed away?
Yes, my father did, yes.
Yes, your father did. But your father is asking you for healing, because your little puppy dog, your baby dog, your best friend is with your dad. So both of your best friends are together, and they are at peace, and they want you to know that they're always going to be together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yo, everybody get up! Everybody get up! Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group, just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.